Welcome to the official betting preview of Georgia Southern and Texas State. And coming up, we're going to take a look at that Texas Tech and TCU, as well as the New York Giants and Philadelphia betting previews. There you can see at mybookie.ag, where they now have a 100% sign-up bonus if you use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. The game that we're talking about now, Georgia Southern, a whopping 18.5-point favorite with a total of 50.5. Ooh, you can see the money line if you think Texas State is going to pull off the upset. Nice money line there. And, of course, the TCU-Texas Tech game, which we're going to be talking about in just one moment. And Joe Duffy's picks just continues to roll. 33-11 football run. We've hit 5 straight NFL prime. No, we've hit every single NFL primetime play this year. You got the TNT side tonight in the NFL, plus all kinds of stuff already up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which hopefully will be sunny. As we're broadcasting this from the south. But anyway, it's all at offshoreinsiders.com. Georgia Southern and Texas State. Now, when the current total of one team is at least 14 points less than the previous total, it goes under 305 and 198. But we got to tell all sides of the story. I report, you decide, and we weigh this accordingly. It's going over, though, 16 of the last 19. So it's clearly on an overrun, although long-term it's an under angle. Most likely, it will be more of an under angle from this point on, but we do want to point out that that is definitely the case where a great angle is in reverse for the time being. By the way, that would apply to Texas State, and that's why it does apply tonight. Also, an angle that says to fade horrible home underdogs is 177, 125, and 6. Now, I will say, that's not in the entire history of our database. That goes back, I think, 10 years. And that's also in reverse, 9 and 24 this year. So the long-term angle would say to go with Georgia Southern. The short-term angle would say to go with Texas State. Georgia Southern quarterback Willie Jones III is expected to return. 4 starts this year, 41 out of 79, 517 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The East is 9-2 straight up to the West this year in the Sun Belt. That would favor Georgia Southern. Now, Georgia Southern's 5-0 against the spread this year by a 10.9 points per game margin of cover. That is the 8th best in the country. Again, margin of cover. Same as margin of victory, except it's relative to the point spread. Some people call it the sweat barometer. The public is betting on Georgia Southern, 77% of the bets and 78% of the money from our various sports books offshore and in Las Vegas. That ties them for the 6th biggest bet consensus as far as the number of bets, but 11th in the money consensus. Now, this is really no surprise. The public, of course, not only likes favorites, but especially road favorites, although that's maybe more so in the NFL, and the public even likes favorites a little bit more when it comes to these national TV games. And we're going to have your spread information coming up in just a moment, but remember about that promo, mybookie.ag, rare case. Look, you can deposit $1,000, have $2,000 to bet with. Please use the promo code of Duffy. All records are against the spread until we get to our over-under trends, but on Georgia Southern and Texas State for tonight, the Eagles of Georgia Southern have covered, as we said, 5 straight overall, but they're 3-9 against teams with a losing record. However, 8-3 after allowing less than 20 points in their previous game. They are 4-9 on the road, and they don't do well in the month of October on a 2-7 skid this month. 0-6 road games against teams with a losing home record, and 0-5 on field turf. And thank you to Nasty NB. I'm sure Nasty NB is a nice guy or girl, but says, what's up? Our winning percentage is certainly up. A little bit better than usual as of late, but, you know, again, we've been doing this 30-something years. Starting for the score phone days now at offshoreinsiders.com. Texas State, 2-6 after allowing more than 40 points in the previous game. Bobcats are 1-5 following a double-digit home loss, 1-5 at home. They've dropped 5 straight after allowing more than 200 yards rushing in their past game. How about some over-under trends? Georgia Southern has gone over 8 of 9 against teams with a losing record, but yet under following a straight-up win of 20 or more points. Again, we are going to have information on Nasty 8, Nate. Yes, all right. So Nate is a male. Texas State, I feel bad because one person who I know, she joins us now. I'm sorry, I forget your name if you're watching now, whether it's live or more likely on the rebroadcast. And she said, oh, by the way, I'm a female. And so we definitely appreciate anyone watching this, males and females, whether you're watching it live or the majority of you on demand, because we're no longer specifically scheduling live, but it makes our simulcast easier when we do broadcast live. But anyway, let's get back to the important information. Texas State has gone over 6 straight at home. They've gone over 7-2 on field turf. Like I said, I'm going to have information on, I'm going to have betting previews on the other 2 games for tonight. But what really wanted to do, the lower profile game, because I know that we're one of the few that do research those lower profile games in depth, and one of the many reasons Joe Duffy's Picks remains the industry standard. OffshoreInsiders.com, the best sports books and the most thoroughly vetted sports books.